Hello everyone and welcome to today's video on English with Altaf. Today we are going to talk about a situation that many of us have faced. Being in an important meeting and not being able to express ourselves in English. It feels frustrating and embarrassing, right? But don't worry. In this video, we'll share how to deal with such situations and how to improve so that it doesn't happen again.
That's right. We will also explain why this happens and what you can do to prepare yourself better for future meetings. By the end of this video, you will feel more confident and ready to speak in English, even in high-pressure situations like important meetings. So let's begin.
So, let me start by telling you something that happened to me recently. I was invited to a business meeting with some international clients. It was a big opportunity. I had prepared well. I knew my points. I had done the research, but when the time came to speak, I just froze. My mind went blank. I couldn't find the right words. I felt nervous, and I kept thinking, what if I make a mistake?
Yes, that's something very common, Annie. Many learners feel stuck in those moments, not because they don't know English, but because of fear. Fear of making mistakes, fear of being judged, and fear of not sounding fluent. These fears block your natural flow of speech.
Exactly. I was so focused on saying everything perfectly that I couldn't say anything at all. And after the meeting, I felt so disappointed. I kept thinking, I knew what to say, so why couldn't I say it?
That's a very honest and relatable experience, Annie. The first thing we must understand is that fluency is not about being perfect. It's about being able to communicate your message clearly. Even native speakers pause, correct themselves, or change their sentences midway. The key is confidence and practice.
Yes, and I wish I had known that before. Because now I realize, even if I had made some mistakes, it was more important to speak than to stay silent. I should have focused on being clear.
Well said. Now let's talk about how we can handle such situations in the future. The first tip I'd give is prepare useful phrases in advance. If you know you have a meeting coming up, practice common phrases like, "Let me explain my point. What I mean is, could you please clarify your question?" These simple phrases can help you gain a little time and structure your thoughts.
That's a great idea. And also practicing in front of a mirror really helps. I started doing that recently. I just look at myself and practice saying my ideas out loud in English. It's a bit funny at first, but it helps a lot with confidence.
That's a wonderful technique. Another tip is to focus on listening during the meeting. If you're nervous about speaking, at least listen carefully. This helps you respond better when your turn comes. And if you don't understand something, it's okay to ask. "Sorry, could you repeat that? Can you please say that again more slowly?" You don't have to pretend you understand everything.
Yes, that's true. I used to think that asking questions would make me look weak, but now I see that it shows you're interested and professional. And another thing I've learned is to slow down when I speak. When I try to talk too fast, I get stuck. But when I take a breath and speak slowly, it's much easier.
Absolutely. Speaking slowly gives your brain more time to think and form sentences. And remember, nobody expects perfect English. They expect communication. Your message is more important than your accent or grammar.
Also, one thing that helped me a lot was learning vocabulary related to my job. Earlier, I only knew general English, but I didn't know the specific words I needed for business or meetings. So now I make a list of useful words and practice them regularly.
Great point, Annie. Learning topic-specific vocabulary makes a huge difference. If you work in marketing, learn the marketing terms. If you're in tech, learn the vocabulary of that field. That way, you feel more ready when those topics come up in meetings.
And reading also helps. I started reading business articles and watching English videos related to my profession. It's amazing how much you can learn just by observing how others speak and present their ideas.
Exactly. Input is as important as output. The more you listen and read in English, the more naturally you will be able to speak it. Also, recording yourself speaking about a topic can show you your weak areas. When you hear yourself, you notice your mistakes and your strengths too.
That's true. I did that once and I realized that I was using the same phrase again and again. So now I try to learn new ways to say things. It keeps my English fresh and makes me sound more confident.
And one final tip from me. Practice speaking with a partner. Find someone who is also learning or speak with someone who is fluent. Practice mock meetings. It might feel awkward at first, but it's the best way to prepare.
I agree. I wish I had practiced like that before my meeting, but now I know better, and I'm sure I will do better next time. Every experience teaches us something.
Exactly. It's okay to make mistakes. What matters is learning from them and improving. So, don't be too hard on yourself if you couldn't explain yourself in English in an important meeting. It happens to many people, even those who speak well.
Yes, and now let's quickly go over what we have learned in this video.
We talked about the real challenge of not being able to speak in English during important meetings. We shared personal experiences and practical tips, such as preparing useful phrases, speaking slowly, asking for clarification, learning relevant vocabulary, reading and listening, recording yourself, and practicing with a partner.
That's right. And the most important lesson is don't aim for perfection. Aim for communication. Speak with confidence, even if it's not perfect English.
Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to English with Altaf for more helpful conversations and tips to improve your English.
See you next time. Keep learning and keep speaking.